Hi everyone, it's Sarah from stampingwithlove.net. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I'm bringing you my Father Christmas bag. Really sort of quite tall sized gift bag, which I've sized to fit a Father Christmas Lindt chocolate. He's rather huge actually. He is the 125 gram size. And obviously there's enough space in the top of that bag to close it off with a ribbon. But actually the bag is a really generous size anyway. You could fit it with lots of chocolate, sweeties, probably bottles of shower gel, anything really would work in this big bag. The finished size of the bag measures 8¼ inches tall by 1¾ inches deep. And obviously I've used my Father Christmas from the Cookie Cutter Christmas stamp. But I haven't, you might notice, I haven't used Christmas DSP. I wanted something a bit different, and when I was looking through my stacks of paper, I realised we've got this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Broadway bound speciality DSP. I've just got a small selection here. And on one side of the paper you've got really kind of bright, gorgeous, probably a bit more girly I suppose, it could be used possibly for a man, but you've got the pink in it. Birthday designs, lots of birthday cakes, balloons, party hats, that kind of thing. But when you flip it over, you've got these stunning kind of gold foiled sheets, which work really well for men, really well for anyone, but actually still really well for Christmas. So I thought, this is from our annual catalogue, not our autumn winter catalogue. So if you've got some of that already in your supplies, it's another possible Christmas option for you. And sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a change just from the traditional red and green. So I'm starting with a piece of the Broadway bound DSP that's already been cut to 10 inches by 9 inches. And the reverse of this one is just a lemon lime twist stripe. And I'm bringing in my Simply Scored. And we're going to start by scoring on the short side. And I'm scoring to start with at 1¾ 4¼ 6 inches and 8½. And then we're going to rotate our DSP so the long side's at the top, and we're scoring at 1¾ Next I'm bringing in my bone folder, and we're just going to fold and burnish all of our lines. This is actually a really nice thick DSP, so it's going to make for a sturdy bag, which I really like. I hate flimsy gift bags. Okay, so if I flip it over to that side, you can obviously see it better. And just as we'd do with any box or bag, we're going to cut up these shorter score lines, and we're going to remove this short tab on the side, and I'm going to also mitre in the edges here. Okay, so that's the shape we're left with when we've cut all the bits away. And now I'm going to just run a piece of tear and tape along this strip here. and I'm also going to put a piece of tear and tape. This tab I'm actually going to put 2, make it really secure. This tab here. I always like to go over my tear and tape with my bone folder. I just find it really kind of comes off much easier and sticks better. I'm just going to remove that strip there, push it down flat and fold over the opposite side to meet it. And then I'm going to fold in our 2 side flaps and our top flap, and then obviously the last one will be the flap with our tear and tape on it there. Okay, and that's our bag made. Really nice and simple. I'm going to slip my Father Christmas in here, and then we're just going to literally push in the sides with your fingers and thumb and pinch, and that's basically our bag made. Really nice and easy. And I'm going to be cutting in with my 1/8 of an inch circle punch, and I'm just going to be punching around 1/2 inch in on either side, thereabouts. Obviously if you want to be really accurate you could actually mark this with a pen and ruler. I'm going to try and guess it. Just make sure you hold the sides together, grip it quite firmly so it is nice and even, or as even as you can get it. Oh, I think we've got that even. We'll soon find out. And I'm bringing in a piece of the gorgeous black glittered organdy ribbon, which I'm now going to try and loop through the holes. And then can we just pull that through and tie it in a nice bow. Okay, like that. I'm just going to trim off the edges, neaten up the edges. And that's basically our bag made now and tied up, which was really super simple, and that paper is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to just set that to one side. Next I'm going to create my Father Christmas style label. So as I mentioned, I'm bringing in Cookie Cutter Christmas, such a great set, and this one carried over from the catalogue last year, and we're going to be using this Father Christmas stamp here. It does coordinate with the Cookie Cutter Builder punch, which is brilliant. The punch actually cuts out, well, literally all of these figures. So it's a great punch to have, but I'm actually not going to be punching out my Father Christmas today. I'm just going to be actually sticking my label up on dimensionals, but I will be stamping him. So I've got my Father Christmas stamp, And my label is using these two dies. One of the oval layering dies, which coordinates with the stitched oval framelit die, and when they're sort of mounted one on top of the other, there's just a very fine scallop trim border that's left, which is all I'm wanting today. So these are the two we're using, and I've gone ahead and die cut my scalloped oval from a piece of black foil paper and my stitched label in just Whisper White cardstock. So I'm going to be stamping my, well, I'm actually going to be heat embossing in gold my Father Christmas on this white label. So I'm bringing in my embossing buddy, which I'm just sort of going over my Whisper White piece, and then I'm going to be versa marking up my Father Christmas. And stabbing him as evenly as possible onto my label. Next I'm bringing in a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to just pour my gold embossing powder and try and get a really good coverage on there. I'll just do it once more. And then just make sure you brush away any excess powder that's not meant to be there. Okay. And now I'm coming in with my heat tool, and I'm going to just heat emboss my Father Christmas. I've just got a pair of tweezers I'm going to use to hold that so I don't burn my fingers. It's always a good idea to let your heat gun heat up for about 20 seconds or 10 seconds before you start doing it, and then just go for it. And that's our heat embossed Father Christmas, really cute. And I'm actually going to adhere my white label with some snail to my black foil piece. Like that, and we can set him to one side. Next I'm coming in with my Merry Christmas to All stamp set. It's actually the Merry Christmas to All bundle that I'm using today, and of course when you buy it in a bundle you're saving 10%. And I'm going to be using the this Christmas stamp here, and my Merry framelit die from the Merry Christmas in its dies. And what I've gone ahead and done is I've die cut a piece of glimmer paper, the sparkle glimmer paper from the, with the Merry, and I've done that on the top piece of the glimmer paper and the reverse and adhered them together. So what you end up with is actually quite a sturdy little Merry. So it's glittered on both sides, as you can see, and I've just literally stuck them together so they're nice and kind of sturdy. And I'm going to use that as kind of tag hanging off my bag. Just thought it was a really sweet little touch. So I'm coming in with a piece of basic black baker's twine. You're not going to need much of it at all. But I'm just going to loop that through the whole of the M. I don't know if you can see that very well. There's just a little hole there. And then I'm going to slip my twine through. And it is big enough for it to go through, it shouldn't be too difficult. And then you just want to bring back your bag, and I'm going to just actually tie that onto the front of my ribbon. And just tie it in a knot. I do want a bit of a drop on the Merry. Yeah, about there. Looks good. So I'll just tie that bit. And again, I'm just going to literally snip off those ends. And then I'm going to actually stick my Father Christmas on next. And for that we need some dimensionals. I've got some of the big Stampin' dimensionals, and I'm just going to literally layer that up on the back of my label. I do like a lot of dimensionals. I hate my I hate my labels sinking. And I'm going to place him around there. Okay. And then I'm going to do my little Christmas tag. So I've got that mounted on my block. And my Memento black ink. And I'm just going to stamp that down on some Scrap Whisper white cardstock. Like that. And bring in my classic label punch. To punch my Christmas out. And again, I'm going to just pop that up on, this time on mini dimensionals. I'll do 3, 4. I didn't space that very well, did I? I think you probably could get away with 3. Okay. And what I did last time was I kind of had my Merry up at an angle like that, and I kind of just made it so that the Christmas kind of just caught the end of it. So it just kind of catches the Merry, which kind of stops it from shifting about too much. Obviously it can do anyway, but it's just acts as a little stopper. And there we have it, 2 Christmas bags in non-Christmas DSP. I absolutely love the colours of these bags. They go really well in my house anyway. Oh, I almost forgot my embellishments, just to finish off. I've got one of the smaller ones, smaller pom-pom type rhinestones in the gold for the top of his hat, and I've got a couple of gold metallic pearls which I'm going to put there and there just to finish off. And there you go, my contemporary Christmas bags for my Lindt Father Christmas chocolate. So I hope you enjoyed the project today. I hope you'll have a go. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I've used in the video today, you can head over to my blog at stampingwithlove.net. I'm actually going to put a link to this blog post in the description of this video if you want to read the actual blog post and see all the supplies that I've used. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.